Good evening, y'all. How's everyone doing tonight? Just tying up some stuff. Yes, weekend time. Weekend time is here again. Thank the Lord. Oh my gosh. I only worked 3 days this week, and it was just 3 days I could do without. Alright, so that's done, that's done. I did the tweeter thing. Okay, I think I'm ready. Oof. Brother's heading to Job Corps. Interesting. Honestly, like, I never really knew what Job Corps actually was. Interesting. That's really cool, though. But I'm happy for him. He's doing better. Now, oh, that's cool. And I guess, like, along the way, you're kind of, like, learning stuff that... Learning, like, you know, like skills that are actually, like, useful and... Interesting. Now you don't have to get too specific, but I had no idea. Well, I mean, I had no idea you had a brother, and then also I didn't know your brother was having some difficulties. But I mean, regardless, I mean, if your brother's like, you know, like doing better and like that's really awesome. There we go. And I don't have any sound coming over my headphones. That's interesting. Oh, there it is. Okay. The headphones were just turned down. Welcome, lasagna. Lasagna. I see what you did there. Thank you so much for the follow. Aw, and thank you. My avatar was done by AhtyPlays, who is actually streaming right now. I will give them a shout out. King Pine Martin. Now my stream is complete. So AhtyPlays did a wonderful job on this avatar. Definitely should follow her. She's amazing. She's also a hoot. She's a really special person and deserves all of the follows. And oh boy, why do I still have the music going? There we go. Okay, that's better. I think that's where I had it before. Yeah, and it's not like he's going to be going... It's not like he's going to be away forever. You know, and it's not one of those things where, like, you know, he won't be able to contact you or, like, won't be able to write letters and stuff like that. I mean... Playing some fighting games, but I will have the stream up on the secondary monitor. Today was weird. Ooh, what happened? Is everything okay? Hopefully everything's alright. Oh, you know what? I have to do some housekeeping too. So, thank you, Dog Pills, for the follow, and thank you, Yeti Sim, for the follow also. And again, thank you, Lasagna, for the follow. Oh, what data center? I am on Excalibur Primal. Oh boy, look who it is. Yep. And bye. Well, actually, once Endwalker comes out, that won't matter either. Could do some world visits and stuff. And I could always roll a tune on Crystal also. Yeah, Endwalker is supposed to, I think, so now with, like, the data centers, there's, like, a limited selection of the total group of worlds that you could visit. Like, that's already a thing right now, but with Endwalker, that's actually going to be going away as well, so it doesn't matter what data center that you're on. That'd be amazing. Yeah, the main story does take forever, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm still doing the MSQ. And it's especially slow in this case because I only play Final Fantasy on stream. Well, let's see. So where I left off is we did a huge battle with Ilberd on like on the wall over here, and he summoned a thing and Papalimo sealed it up, but I think it came kind of at a great cost. So that's where we stopped and last night, and we're going to be picking it up here. So let's see, what does Alfie have to say? Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. But Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and apprise our companions of all of this. Pray make your way there at once. I will send word to Y'shtola and the others of our imminent return. City of Heroes, I did not. I think when that was current, I wasn't yet a PC gamer. And that was an NCSoft game, correct? Or am I thinking of a different thinger? Because I know a game that had a title like that. I was pretty sure it was City of Heroes that had a kind of a controversial, ending, I guess. Not just the game ceased to be, and a lot of people were pretty upset about it. Bonk. Yes. That emote is very popular. I have some ideas on some other ones I'm gonna add this weekend. I'm gonna be doing some stream work tomorrow. "'Twould seem you bring ill tidings, brother. May I show you how to get the fan revamp? Not right now, of course, but I want to see how you feel about the game." That is a possibility. Do you wanna send me details about that over on Discord? Unfortunately, with the way Twitch and the way it is, it's really not something I'd be able to stream because of TOS. Aye. Behind the griffin's mask, we found the grinning face of an old adversary, Ilberd. I know not how, but he had in his possession the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiate a summoning ritual, even as we looked on. By the 12. I don't understand. To attempt such a magic requires every ons of one's ether. Not one, not even grandfather, could cast it and hope to survive. Indeed, it was ever a last resort, as I am certain Papalimo was aware. Thus did the pupil follow in the footsteps of his master, even unto the grave. That was dark. I have as yet been unable to explain how Ilberd came to possess Nidhogg's eyes. In the depths of the Sea of Clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind aspected aether rages. No mortal could endure such conditions. Then mayhap it was the work of an Ascian. But now is not the time for idle speculation. Kryl, I have need of your assistance. Yes, of course. We must inspect the cocoon of light, and ascertain the state of the primal trapped within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight. Understood. I can't promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly do my best. As shall I. Let us be about it, then. What? Without so much as a by your leave? Pray forgive Archon Y'shtola her brevity. She seeketh employment, lest her grief deprive her of the will to act. I desire to comfort ye that doubtless compoundeth her unseemingly haste. I too must contend with this grievous loss in mine own way. By thy leave, Lady Alisaie, I shall honor our fallen colleague through gainful study. There exist writings which may yet further our understanding of this cocoon of light. Mayhap I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be a poor tribute to Papalymo's sacrifice. Quite. We must begin preparations to face Ilberd's accursed creation without delay. What time we have was purchased at too dear a price for us to squander it. Indeed. So I guess from the sounds of it, it looks like a primal is kind of brewing inside of that globe that was cast. And now, basically, we're going to end up fighting it at some point. And my guess is probably we're going to fight it tonight. Here we go. I feel like having a cozy Ahty around. An Ahty-rito, if you will. One of my favorite things, solo duties. Ahty. I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in the East Shroud remains largely unchanged. Meaning we still have no idea how long it will be before a communication from the Alliance. One moment. Yes, of course. Our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gridania. The Council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the Primal, of course. As of Y'shtola's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall, unchanged. Yes, but the Elder Seedseer doubtless shares our concerns about how long it will remain so. I am told that Cid Garland has been called in to add his expertise to proceedings. A wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stones in Tataro's capable hands, and make haste for the Lotus Stand. And who is that? Interesting.
A word, if you would, good sir. This place, it is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay, Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Eh? Yes? You're in Eorzea?
Ah! A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port.
Interesting fellow.
Though, it would perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Okay. Who is this goof?
Good God, man. Are you all right?
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
Interesting. Speak with the silent conjurer. Okay, yeah. Nafika's altar, Black Shroud. Yeah, let's do this. No. Hey, you fingers. Dropping by, but not like that guy. I guess duty really doesn't do much to keep you conscious, does it? Welcome, Warrior of Light. This way, if you please. So far, is the volume on the actual game okay for y'all? I made some adjustments. I'm not sure if it's too quiet or too loud for you. Let me know if anything is weird or, you know, all that stuff.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
Okie doke. Cool. Thank you. Ooh, she's mad.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice...
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
Ooh, that's not good. What's up with that? Destroyed by what?
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment.
A lance of light.
Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
Oh look, it's David Bowie again.
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
I am not Stimky. Hiya, Azzy.
Who is this
How are
man?
you? Welcome. Amric, this man is a butthead.
Oh, how rude of me.
Thank you, Azzy. I appreciate it.
Tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however...
Oop. It's Nero. I'm gonna give Azzy a shout out. Azzy does a lot of like sim racing. He's one of the members of Fertastic, but also plays other games too. So definitely give him a follow. Definitely worth a watch. I've been to like a few of his streams, and they've always been great. And Azzy is just a really good bean. Hi, Gabe. Welcome.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
I was wondering when we were going to get back to that.
Omega?
That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanow since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
I'm sorry? Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity. And as luck would have it, I am graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
Oof. Let me count the many hundreds of ways why this is not a good idea.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years, studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame? Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Alagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartano while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Alagans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
No, but I'll keep an eye on him.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice. Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes. The task of restoring the Alagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Cartano and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Cartano being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
Ooh.
My blade is yours.
All right. We've got Yugiri on board.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
Yep. Well, it's already been established. You know, she's already stated many times she's not one for politics, right? So then why would her speech be political? Why would it even be diplomatic in any way, really? Hobo, you know something, don't you? No talk, just stab. Well, that was a rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions. Not least among them how Nero chanced to learn of the council meeting in the first place. I'm getting tons of orchestration rolls, jeez. Yeah, how's that for a reward? A gift that's just question marks.
The nozzle.
Pet pets. Pet pets. So I adjusted pet pets a little bit. So there's I think there's a cooldown. There's still a cooldown, but they last about 30 seconds or a minute. I can make them longer if you want. Oh yeah, that's a good point too, Ryu. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this tonight, aren't we? Alright. So I'm gonna need a mod to watch for Mr. Haas here and do the good old Banneroo. I'll take care of these couple, but like, oh, I'm getting tired of that. Yeah, I guess a bunch of them followed Sky also. Sid and the others are assembling at the airship landing. Elise is already on her way, and it would not do to lag too far behind. Let us be off. Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of this bot stuff. It's stupid. Ahty, Alphanod, ready to go? The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment. Lest you wonder, Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him? Despite his very timely offer of assistance, the thought of the man poking about in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alphanod. Your sister was adamant that he would never leave her sight. She and Yogiri are... well, here they are now. Right. I think that's everyone. Might I ask that we delay our departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain as clear an understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh, I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you have finished procrastinating. All right. While Alphinaud speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mordona, and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. Mine apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Y'shtola and the others forthwith, and join you as soon as I am able. Ahty, pray accompany Alize back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guest. Right. Everyone heading to Mordona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. You are traveling with Mr. Garland, miss? The Enterprise Excelsior is right this way. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in the toll's main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stones, then? Interesting. Oh yeah, but surely you would have somebody crying about, so this is the tolerant left? Or something like that. That does sound pretty good, actually. I'd play it.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation. Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Y'shtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphinaud. Apalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Oh, this guy. Okay.
gods, that voice could fell a gigas.
Indeed.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Is he always like that? Yes. He wants a hug.
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, he spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
No, she can't go home. No. All right.
Which bind me here.
Here we go.
Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
Oh, this is going to be a
It was
problem.
our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
And that's why Yugiri is a badass. Among other things.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
I honestly wish he would just shut the fuck up. There, I just said it.
The Empire? Yugiri, you draw steel against the curse of Garlemald?
Oh no, Ayami, it's completely fine. You can chill. You do quite enough already. I think you earned some resty time.
Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
Aw, thank you, Ayami. Yeah, see, like I get the notification like instantly. So like, okay, I'm not gonna fret about it. If y'all are watching for those, then yeah, definitely ban them on the spot, and I'll stop doing that. Ahty, wait, could I speak to you for a moment? Do you remember when I had you meet me at the Diamond Forge and we ambushed you? Yes. Well, once we had your measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here. Alright. I'll get ready. You can try it on right now if you like. This is incredibly anime. Am I right? Assuming we measured correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. So, how does it feel? You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell you how much this means to me. To have crafted something worthy of the Warrior of Light it's, well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I also sewed in a blood pearl charm to, you know, bring you home. May it always protect you. It is pretty cute. I like it. But the thing is, though, this isn't really armor, per se. I got a few screenshots, too, also. I'll definitely have to post those later. Awesome. Glamours! So we have to wake Omega up, right? When do we start? Yeah, I've got to poke around with those two. There's just so much to this game. I just haven't had time to do anything about it, really. Yida, are you sure that's... I'm sure, yes. I won't lie and say I'm completely fine, but I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful. That's fair. Very well. I will remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Alphanod, mayhap you could return to Gridania and assist Y'shtola and Kryl? A fine suggestion. The rest of us will form the Cartano Expedition Party. Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega, while Ahty, Yida, and our Domon friends take care of security. Oh yeah! The Excelsior is by the lake just outside town. We'll leave as soon as everyone is ready. Hey, Paula. We've had quite a few bots tonight. Mostly just follows. I think there was just 5 or 6 follows from this Haas fellow. I love my stream, by the way. It's basically, oops, all mods. Alright, so what are we doing? Welcome, Mr. Fox. Oh, actually, let me do this too. So earlier, Paula, you missed Azzy. Azzy stopped in purely to just call me Stimpy, and then he split. There you go, Paula. I'm pretty sure everyone in here follows you already, but I can't miss the opportunity to give you another shout out. Alright, so meet Sid in Mordona. I can do that. Oh man, I want a T-Rex mount. What the heck? That is not fair. There's the Enterprise. Oh, it's fine. I'd be, even if I had it, I'd probably still ride around on Nugs anyway. We haven't far to go. With any luck, we'll be in Cartano before Gotsetsu graces the deck with his dinner. Once there, however, we had best be on our guard. Given that Eline Royale was still active when Omega was discovered, we can be sure that the Empire has long been aware of its existence, and if Nero deemed it the obvious solution to the threat posed by this new primal, it is not impossible that Garlemald might do the same. Have your weapons ready and your wits about you. Something tells me we're flying into a fight. Yeah, the T-Rex won't, though. I don't think, anyway. Proceed. See, better TV. I still need to do like a little bit of looking into it and seeing if it.
Now, where was that? Ah.
See if it fits into the stream. I might implement that.
I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland.
Oh, wow, Paula. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Thank you so much. I love that little animated corgi face, too.
Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it? It's like all my name days have come at once.
All the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
Indeed. Let's kick some ass.
I am Gosetsu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
Interesting.
This one'll sting.
Your defense is lacking.
With soul and steel.
You watching, Pabalimo?
An opening.
Tis my right to strike.
It's all over now.
Yeah, of course they would jump in
Leave
too.
this to me.
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
No holding back.
No retreat. No surrender.
I have you.
Surrender. We have you outnumbered. Wouldn't be the first time. Are you still playing with those soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to give it back. Huh? Behold, the Red Baron. Now end this nonsense. Wow, what that look. What the? No one told me they'd have Magitech armor. Forward for the Empire! The honorless cur thinks to abandon his men? I shall see that he shares their fate. Pray attend to the rest of his minions. Okay, so I guess I'm getting rid of the ads.
This one'll sting.
Leave this to me.
With soul and steel.
Hey, Corrosia!
No holding back.
An opening.
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
It's me, Austin!
You watching, Pabalimo?
Your defense is lacking.
'Tis my right to strike.
It's all over now.
Oh, you guys.
No retreat. No surrender.
I have you!
This one'll sting.
Leave this to me.
With soul and steel.
No holding back.
An opening.
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
You watching, Pabalimo?
Your defense is lacking.
What?
'Tis my right to strike.
It's all over now.
Great. Damn it. Yeah, I mean, Corrosia, these accounts have been following me like literally every day for like the past month. It's at least 1 or 2 a day. Okay. I will say nary a word about it. But at any rate, thank you so much for the raid, Corrosia. I super, super appreciate it. Hopefully the rest of your stream was okay. Saw you making bank in Final Fantasy earlier. Corrosia, you're fine. You're fine. I just I don't know what to say about like all the raids. I mean, like that it's awesome, and like, you know, every time it's just it's unexpected. Yeah, that is very true, Paula. Yeah, and that's, you know, honestly, Corrosia, that's why Fridays are so tough. is because there's just so many people streaming, and you've only got like a finite amount of viewers to spread around throughout all of the streamers on Twitch, right? So Fridays are tough. It's the weekend, last good weekend for many to get camping in good weather before it gets cold. That's true. Oh, that actually reminds me of something. Just give me 1 second. I gotta drop a link in chat.
Yeah?
Now didn't bet you.
Oh, it's been so long. Oh, it's so good. Aw, hobo. Alright. And I'm going to give Kuroja a shout out because Kuroja is amazing and is super, super kind and good to me. Is a fantastic variety streamer. Oh no, it's all good. Weren't you playing like a bunch of different stuff today? I mean, like, I think it would certainly be understandable if like you didn't change the stream title every single time you swapped games. It is such a good video. Such a good one. Very true. I don't know. It's in all honesty, when I'm like hopping around from stream to stream, like especially with the people I'm following, if I'm hopping around like lurking people and stuff, I don't honestly pay attention to what they're actually playing. It's more like, oh yeah, I want to chat with Kuroja, or you know, I want to give Russ a hard time, or yeah, I want to see Paula drive up the side of a wall. You know, that stuff. I'm not going to read all that because, frankly, I read it not like a few minutes ago. I'll skip this cutscene. With puns.
It's all over now.
No retreat. No surrender.
I screwed up.
I have you.
There we go. I do that way too often.
Your defense is lacking.
With soul and steel.
You watching, Pabalimo?
An opening.
Look upon a samurai of Dhamma.
This one'll sting.
Leave this to me.
Good night, Kuroja. Take care. One of the skills on the Magitech kills everything in a line in front of you. Oh, gotcha. I think that was the fourth one.
This one'll sting.
An opening.
I have you!
No holding back!
Your defense is lacking.
Tis my right to strike!
You watching, Papalymo?
Leave this to me.
Look upon a samurai of Dama!
It's all over now.
Ooh, that is handy.
No retreat. No surrender.
With soul and steel!
This one'll sting.
An opening.
I have you!
Ooh, I got all three of them that time. Awesome.
No holding back!
Your defense is lacking.
Tis my right to strike!
Nice. Perfect. I order you to stand your ground. Come back now, please. When do I get to kill him? Right now?
You watching, Papalymo?
Leave this to me.
Thanks for the tip, Ryu.
Look upon a samurai of Dama!
It's all over now.
No retreat. No surrender.
Later, buddy. Oh wow, look at this place.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
Interesting.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously. Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's War. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
How do you do that?
Should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Famous last words?
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
Well, what do you think?
What do I think? All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do.
Hiya, Bunny Cat. Welcome.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
What is that? It's a kaiju battle time on Final Fantasy. Interesting, it knows exactly what to do. What just happened? Yep, that's it. There is no next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Huh? Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
The human construct of mutual destruction. I think that is pretty spot on, actually. That would be my prediction, anyway.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Love how the PC has all these facial expressions, but I never get to see them on account of always wearing the curl mask. Oh, yeah. What was that?
Omega destroyed the cocoon. Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
Why did her tattoo disappear? That's interesting. I'm sure it will probably reveal it to me in time, no spoilers. I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. Yes. One moment everything was malfunctioning perfect. One moment everything was functioning perfectly, and the next it wasn't. It makes no sense. We need to see what happened for ourselves, and soon. Words can ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurtling towards the cocoon, Everything dissolved into chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Yida, wait, we must first... The Elder Seed Seer is expecting us. Worry not, Alphanod. Gosetsu and I will watch over her. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks, Yugiri. The council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for the Lotus Stand. All there are eager to hear your testimony. Alright, just one moment. Ah, okay, that's better. So, Lotus Stand. Oh, actually, that's an easy explanation, Bunny Cat. See, Nero actually lived on the moon for a while, and because of the lower gravity, his body actually adjusted to it.
The nozzle.
Totally legit. It's totally that. The nozzle. They could have a moon base, though. My friends, full eagerly have we awaited your return. Few indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You are too kind, Elder Seedseer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try. But tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega, aye, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed. What words could do justice to such a scene? None of my choosing, that much is certain. But I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, and from its midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Girabanya. The primal's might defied belief. It seemed the very heavens would be rent asunder by the force of its blows, and it wielded such magics as I have never seen, and hope never to see again. Alrighty, Gabe. Take care. Have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping in. The moon has bunnies, though. Or have you not seen the art of the bunny beast tribe that's from the moon? That we will apparently meet in Endwalker. Interesting. Uh-oh, I've been beamed. I have been beamed. It has been a while. There we go. Oh my god, I'm a bean! The battle raged on with no end in sight, until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Alamegan soil. I will not speak for the rest, but to my eye it seemed that each had landed a fatal blow upon the other. While most among us could think only of Bahamut when... I don't know why I'm having such trouble with this right now. While most among us could think only of Bahamut when looking upon the primal's form, the Domons were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear that the being resembles a creature of far eastern legend, and we have found it convenient to refer to it as such. Doesn't Amaric know that if you didn't actually see the corpse, never assume that it was a fatal blow? Yes. This is Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega. It is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes on Garabania's side of the border. Aye, which is why we have sent our main force under the command of Marshal Tarukin to capture the wall. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Gridania's border, and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself will join the Marshal and his men when the Council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. I'll wager that flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega's stasis systems, so even if it has fallen into the Empire's lap, it will be of no use to them, save perhaps as a statue. Correct. Without me to guide their efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions, if they managed it at all. Such reassurances do much to calm our fears, yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the Resistance representatives in Garabania. Though Ilberd has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of Imperial retaliation, and by working in concert, it is not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrested from Garlemald's grasp. Alright, just give me 1 second. I gotta hit the washroom real quick. Did someone say beans? 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 Those are Russ's beans. Right. What does Alfie have to say? You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Give me the beans! The beans! I think I might have a bean emote also. Which face? Which face? My face? Are you making fun of me? Welcome, Aragos. See where? Oh yes. My Hozarino spoon emote has beans in it. Beans. Demands beans. The All Might Sky demands beans. It is decided then. Lead on. Is that a butt? That is a butt. I see that butt. I don't know that I have many butt emotes, though. There's sheep's bongo butt. Yep, this has become butt stream. Bonk. How appropriate. You absolutely need one, Paula. Please. That needs to happen. There we go. Everyone needs more butt, yes. Which, Paula, I hope I didn't legit make you mad, though. Or I hope I didn't. But yes, I mean, Apollo butt emote, perfect. Perfection.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
Ooh, that's not good.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbird's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She is up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhap she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Wow, what?
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask.
Yeah, I should start doing those. I should start doing those with more regularity. It's just with the MSQ and what we've been doing, especially like over the past few days. It's just been really packed. Just oh man. When folks told me that, you know, like right around Heaven's Word is when things were going to kick into high gear, I was not expecting the gear to be this high. Yeah, I think it was like the little hat that she was wearing had her hair inside of it or something.
"20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric.
So as far as the doodles are concerned, I think they're probably going to be back on the table this weekend. If you want crappy art, you can see my upload. Did you draw that, Aragos? Is that your original work? If it is, that's much better than anything I could draw, to be honest.
sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you, that I wasn't Ida.
Oh, wow. That's a bomb.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them. I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself. And it almost seemed easier to play the role.
Everyone knew, but nobody told Ahty. Yeah, they just kept me in the dark.
Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
So does this mean we'll never actually see Ida? Did this 6 years ago happen sometime? I don't think so, because the latest calamity was 5 years ago, wasn't it? So it would have had to have happened before that.
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
Oh, you Geary.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker. We leave for the east, for Doma.
Excuse me, Tuz. Excuse me. It was brave of Lise to remove her mask after so long. Though she has scarce begun to come to terms with Papalimo's loss, that one act made plain her determination to move forward. No tickle. No. And y'all should follow Tuz. Definitely. Also hug, but also follow. You're not my real dad. Oh. That's a work joke. It's Friday. That's not allowed. And should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on this road she has resolved to walk. You know, Aragos, that is true. That's fair. I agree. A miserable pile of bad humor. Actually, no, you're pretty funny. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell to Taro and my sister. I think I will unbean. Wow. And that, I guess, was the true end of Heaven's Word. Oh, hey! Stormblood time. Yep. Oh, Vidofnir. Vidofnir's my buddy. Wow, what a great expansion. Okay, yeah. Ayami definitely should. You know, and I'll be honest, I totally regret just not playing this for 5 years. Well, that's how my transition works, actually. Because like when I press a button, it puts the scene up in preview, and then when I do the transition, it replays the GIF. But since my VTuber and my little Rito there are both animated GIFs, they both end up playing at the same time, so they end up syncing every time I do that. That's true, Ryu. Race Velgar. I guess it was meant to be then. Take a break for 5 years, and then when I get back into it, yeah, I meet Ryu, and then we take care of business together. See, what I find interesting is, like, before I thought I got to the end of Heaven's Word. Because there were credits and everything. I was like, oh yeah, well, I'm at the end. Time for Stormblood. Apparently not. Apparently there is a crap load of content. Like, when did I get through Heaven's Word? It was like, I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something like that. So basically, after what I thought was the end of Heaven's Word, there was 2 weeks of content between then and now. Yeah, it is. It is a ton of content. Yeah. Palestinian. Yeah, I think I might actually pick, like, several streams just to do all that Hildebrand stuff. Like, honestly, I might do it while consuming adult beverages. But I haven't tried. I haven't decided yet. Okay, what do you think, y'all? Should we just sit here and chat and then just watch these credits? Or should I skip and we just go on playing the game? Still need to make time to get you set up with some other QOL stuff. Quality of life. Okay. I can't really do it this weekend because this weekend is jam-packed with stuff. But like maybe next weekend. Alrighty. That works. Yeah, there's just so much insanity going on this weekend. You know, and I think I'm gonna skip because I'm not gonna waste stream time doing all this. And this is all stuff that we actually saw this stream also, so. What does Alize have to say? He may have mentioned, but Alphinaud has apprised me of all that came to pass in Gridania. Your only task now is to rest. This is the calm before the storm. Indeed. No pun intended, I guess. Lise has chosen her path, and as her friends, we must do what we can to support that choice. We are fated to join the conflict in any case. Once the Alliance has taken the wall and opened the way to Girabania, we will have little choice but to fight. Which is not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those whom might conceivably save is not wisdom but indolence. Correct? I for one look forward to joining hands with the Alamegans in striking a blow against the tyranny of the Empire, as I rather suspect do you. Yes, I do. I want to kick more ass. Quick march. The Imperials will soon come to their senses, and we must be ready to face their retribution. Wait, what? Did you hear something? Oh, time for the next Mad Because Small? Yeah, indeed. And thunder. It is almost time, Father. Aye, almost. Stand firm, Pippin. I learned to brace myself against the charge of the bull of Alamigo. No foe will dislodge me. Very well, Ilberd. I will take our homeland back. For the both of us. My Lord Viceroy, our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Baelsar's wall has fallen to the Eorzean Alliance. The hunt for Omega and the unknown icon continues. Though both yet elude us, my lord, their battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces from the search to undertake necessary reconstruction work? Forgive me, my lord. I did not intend... Your will be done. I'm sorry? I missed... Did I miss something? Unknown? My spies tell me the Domons call it Shinryu, and that it proved a match for Omega. Yes, the coming days promise to be most interesting. Most interesting. At the far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to the eastern side. The dawn of liberation, a gathering storm of blood. Interesting.
The question is, how will the Empire respond to the disappearance of Omega and the Primal? Oh, I didn't see you there. Forgive me. Word from Baelsar's wall is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
Alphino, a message from the Alliance.
It's about time. Pray summon the others at once.
Yes, sir.
General Uldin reports that his forces have secured the breach in Baelsar's wall.
And what of the Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly. And, as expected, he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
As expected.
The Alliance's decision to capture a part of Baelsar's wall is open to interpretation.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Alamigo included, from the rest of Eorzea. To an observer, the Alliance's actions could be seen as a prelude to invasion.
Indeed. And the Alliance leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
Okay. And since the Scions of the Seventh Dawn aren't beholden to any one nation, that makes sense.
You're saying they won't fight for Alamigo? Even after everything that's happened?
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lys. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea. However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Alamigan opposition.
They would have us act as intermediaries.
Precisely. The Scions are uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, Lys's, given her personal connection to the Resistance. Who better than you to broker an agreement between the Alliance and the people of Alamigo? Assuming you are willing, of course.
course I am. You know I'd like nothing more.
As for who should accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Well, that covers the talking part. But you just know there'll be trouble along the way. Are you available?
As if you have to ask.
Thanks. It means a lot knowing you'll be there.
I too shall accompany you. Such endeavors are seldom hampered by a surfeit of healers.
Good point. Allow me to offer my services as well. I have spent quite enough time here of late, so I'll be coming. But we will need someone to keep an eye on things.
That's where Totaro comes in.
I trust you have no objections?
None, my lady. Gladly shall I continue to serve as caretaker of the Waking Sands, and there keep watch for signs of primal and Ascian activity both.
As capable as my learned friend undoubtedly is, there are some troubles that may prove too much for a single scion, on account of which I mean to stay.
It is settled then. Let us each see to our preparations. Ready, my friend? Well then. Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
Don't worry, Alphino. I'll see that the place is still standing when you come back.
Mistress Y'shtola has unfolded all. You are bound for Girabania?
Aye. The Alliance would have us make contact with the Alamegan resistance as soon as possible.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good. 'Tis but a pity it must be now. I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in the battles to come.
What?
You have stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us from the first, when we came to this land as refugees in search of sanctuary. Loath am I to think what might have become of my people, had you not extended to us the hand of friendship. We will never forget. This I solemnly swear.
Much has changed since first you set foot on these shores. Revenant's toll stands as a testament to that. I'm sure your people will manage in your absence.
Indeed. They have built a new home for themselves and no longer need me to shepherd them. The time has come for Kozetsu and I to return to our master, to our home.
I know how you feel. It's time I went home too.
Though our battlefields be 1,000 mounds apart, our purpose is one. Let all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation, from Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
Take care, you hear me? When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate. Together. Just you wait.
I should like that very much. Fare you well.
Oh, that sucks. See ya, Yugiri. A thousand malms apart, yet united in purpose. Let us pray both our endeavors meet with success. Shall we then? Wait, not just yet. I knew I'd forgotten something important. Lise, could you come with me? Me? What? Now? Alright then, if you insist. I want that outfit. What do you think? As you can see, I designed it to be light and loose, an outfit tailor-made to the needs of a skilled fighter like Lise. Your work never ceases to impress. Much more of this, and I may have to stop introducing you as the Scion's receptionist and start referring to you as our preeminent seamstress. Yeah, that sucks. It's lovely, Tataru. Thank you. I feel like I could take on a legion. I'm glad you like it. And with that, I'll delay you no longer. Safe travels. Then onward to Girabania. Our first stop will be at Amarasiak's Spine in the East Shroud. Yeah, monk only. That makes me mad. Well, sort of mad. All are present and accounted for. When you are ready, my friend, pray inform the officer that we wish to proceed to Girabania. Ah, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We were told to expect you. Shall I summon someone to escort you to the wall? Yes.
I remember crossing the border, standing in Girabania once more. Me and my fellow Scions, the warrior of light among us.
Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny on the other. Tyranny and the promise of a new beginning. But one that could only be bought with flames and blood.
Oh, that's a rad-looking mountain. That's got a hole blown in it. Sweet Stormblood. Alright, so I think right here would probably be a good spot to stop. And we can pick this up tomorrow night. So tomorrow, there might be a slim chance that I start streaming earlier than usual. I'll definitely, I'll pop it out on Twitter a couple of hours ahead of time. Just so y'all are ready. But so I guess I would expect that I will definitely be streaming at 6 p.m. PST to 9ish or so, usual hours. But there's a slim chance I might start earlier than that, but go to the same end time. So I'll let everyone know. Now I'm looking for somebody to raid. Do y'all suggest anybody in particular? Anybody that comes to mind? I'm open to suggestions. Yeah, there is Sky. But my last stream, I rated her already. And she's got a ton of people following her right now. I was kind of thinking of somebody that was that had about the same amount of viewers that we do, or less. Ooh. Metroid, now you're talking my language. Do you have their stream URL by... Actually, you know what? I can figure that out. I don't know why I was gonna ask. Let me check them out. Metroid Prime 3. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. See, this is a game I really want to play WASD. I forgot how good that game was. Oof. You know what? I don't know. From the looks of it, it looks like it's Oh, interesting. They have like all the Metroids down at the bottom and all the ones that they've completed. This one that they're playing right now looks to be from 2007. I think it's for the Wii, the original Wii. Interesting. I think that's a great idea, Paula. Thank you for the suggestion. Ahty, you need to go get back to Axiom Verge sometime too, because that game is nuts. Yeah, I do. Definitely. That is definitely on the roadmap too, because I want to get back into occasionally doing like Saturday morning streams too. And that would be a perfect game for that. Still need to see about finding a way to play Sin and Punishment 2, which I swore was Wii U, but I guess was a Wii title. Well, there were several games, including I think there was like a Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, I think. No, not Twilight Princess, but the one that came after that, which was both Wii and Wii U. Or no, I think Twilight Princess was GameCube and Wii. Oh, okay. You notice the second one came out, though it's Epic Game Store only? Yeah, that's butts. Ah, yeah, GameCube and Wii. Okay. But let me get this raid started real quick. Alrighty. So thank y'all so much for coming by and hanging out with me on a Friday night. It was really amazing. And, you know, tonight was really great. It was actually really significant that we actually got to the end of Heaven's Word and now we're in Stormblood. So, tomorrow when we start up stream, we're going to pick up right where we left off at the very beginning of Stormblood. And we'll see where it takes us. Bonk. See y'all tomorrow, hopefully. Take care, folks, and give Vincent all the love and all of the follows. Alrighty. Take care, folks. Have a great night. Sleep well.